Hi, I'm Daniel. Let's talk accounting. Today I'll show you some further steps to recording JobKeeper payments in Xero, including how to avoid a common mistake counting the JobKeeper fortnights, how to catch up and record back pay for JobKeeper fortnights in Xero, how to resolve a common single-touch filing error, and I'll discuss due dates and extensions and the new student eligibility exclusion. As always, check the description box for links. Please like this video if it helps you and subscribe and hit the bell for updates and future videos. A common question is, what if my pay fortnight doesn't line up with JobKeeper pay fortnights? Hopefully this becomes clear when we examine the payment date. ATO's JobKeeper page tells us for the first two fortnights, 30th of March to 12th of April and 13th of April to 26th of April, there must be a minimum of $1,500 payments made. Perhaps key is noting that the days worked do not need to fall within the dates below. It is the payday. This means that the payday can start anywhere between Monday the 30th of March and ending in Sunday the 12th of April, although this has been extended. I'll talk about this further in a minute. What if you've already processed the past pay runs? You may need to back pay, and you may need to reinstate employees and pay those as well. Let's have a look at the fortnight ending 31st of March. This payroll only has 2 employees included, but what if we needed to pay 3? Perhaps Oliver also needs to be paid. We cannot revert this pay run because it has already been posted and it is no longer the latest pay run. Instead, we need to use an unscheduled pay run. We can add this by going to Pay Runs, Add Pay Run, Add Unscheduled Pay Run, select the payroll calendar, select the current financial year and select the pay period. We will select the fortnight ending 31st of March. Here we can add the payment for Oliver and we can also add the top-up payment for James. We'll need to go into James' timesheet and remove the ordinary hours because he's already been paid those, leaving just the JobKeeper payment top-up amount. And come down and click Save. Again, close. Sally Martin has already been paid more than $1,500, so there is no need to add any further payments for her in this instance. Note that Xero correctly calculates the PAYG withholding for each employee based on their combined earnings for the fortnight ending 31st of March. Here is how to resolve a common single-touch payroll filing error in Xero. You may have seen an error such as the following. Xero has received notice that your single-touch payroll submission has been received but it contains errors. Well, what's next? For these errors, Xero tell us please use the COVID-19 support page to enrol this payee in JobKeeper before filing top-up amounts via single-touch payroll. What does this mean? Here we've added a $450 payroll allowance. See my previous video for how to do this. However, if we've added this allowance but we haven't completed the enrolment within Xero, this can be the cause of the error. Let's look at how to rectify this. First we need to go back into Payroll, Pay Employees. The payroll support page link comes up. We can select option 4 to enrol employees in the JobKeeper payments. Here we see that James Lebron has already been enrolled, however Sally Martin and Oliver Gray are not. Simply click Start JobKeeper and select their starting payroll fortnight. Be sure to select payroll fortnight 1 if they are in fact receiving top-up payments for the first 2 fortnights, as this cannot be changed once filed. Let's discuss due dates and the extensions the Commissioner has recently added. The Commissioner has recently extended the time to enrol until the 31st of May 2020. If you enrol by the 31st of May, you will still be able to claim for the April and May fortnights, provided you have paid these to your employees on time. For the first 2 fortnights, due to end 12th and 26th of April, the ATO will accept these have been paid so long as the payments are made by the 8th of May. Referring back to the JobKeeper fortnights, we can see that the 8th of May is also very close to the 10th of May, so if we are paying on the 8th of May, we should be sure to make payments for the 3rd fortnight too. Finally, let's have a look at the new exclusions for full-time students under the age of 17. The Treasury have released an updated fact sheet which confirms eligibility is not included for full-time students who are 17 years old and younger who are not financially independent. Given the late date of this change, some employees may already have been paid the $3,000 for the first 2 fortnights. This clarification will apply prospectively, which means if an employer has already made the payment of the $3,000 to their employee who was eligible, they will still be entitled to receive reimbursement. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell for future videos and updates.